We'll begin with a component that's partially completed that uses a face and a contour flange. To connect the two portions, we'll use a bend. Selecting the edges, we can see the dialog box is currently offering us a 45-degree bend connection. So by flipping the side, you can choose which side you want to be connected, or fix both edges and just build whatever angle is necessary to make the connection. Clicking OK, it will apply the sheet metal bend and connect the pieces. Now we need to add a cable relief. To do this, we need to be able to understand what the cut will look like in the flat. So we'll start out using the Unfold tool and select a stationary reference. Then, selecting the various bends along the sheet metal part, we can unfold the part Now with it unfolded, we can start a sketch and quickly apply the sketch that we need. With a sketch in place, we'll use a cut tool to take our sketch and run it through the thickness of the sheet metal. Now we know we have the correct position and size for our feature in the flat pattern. Now let's restore the bent part by using the Refold tool. Once again establishing the stationary reference, we can begin bending the part back into shape. Clicking OK, it's now back to our folded part. With the main features of the component complete, we'll add a corner round. We'll set the radius, and you'll notice that when we go to select, it will not allow me to choose the long edges. Corner rounds are added in the flat pattern and can only be added to the short vertical portions of the part. When I click OK, we'll update the model. Now it's time to create a flat pattern. In the flat pattern, we can get a better understanding of the component. We can measure the area of the flat pattern. We can also get the sheet metal extents. This will give us a bounding box area around the component. It will be ignoring some of the cutouts, but it will help us understand the sizing and rough stock needed to create the flat pattern. Now let's take a look at the bend order. Presently, Inventor thinks that the bend order should be set like this. We can double-click on a bend and override the bend order, and Inventor will automatically update the next available bend. Now we'll return back to the folded part and start a new drawing. In the new drawing, we can generate our base view of our model. We'll start out with a top view, set the scale, and place another view. Adding another sheet to the drawing, we can create another base view, this time of the flat pattern. Zooming in on the drawing, we can use the bend note, select a bend, and it will tell us the angle and radius for a bend. We can do this for all bends. We can also select the bend note and pull it out away from the drawing view. Another way of displaying this information is to start the General Table tool And when you select on the drawing view of a flat pattern, it will automatically detect that it needs to create a bend table. Clicking OK will add the bend table to the drawing. We can place it anywhere on the drawing, and it will tell us the bend ID, the direction of the bend, the angle, and the radius. Like the bend note, we can grab one of these notes and pull it out to the side and away from the drawing if it helps clarify